Kyle. Kyle, in many ways, LGD on paper should win this because of the form that they've shown, not just here, but over the last couple of months. And OG necessarily, they've improved a little bit, but they haven't improved that much. Can you see them winning this game?
Have they improved since they got rid of Resolution? Because previously they were making it out of group stages, whereas now they're fighting for elimination to stave off elimination.
That's true. Yep.
I think that this is a must-win game. If there were ever a must-win game for OG, this is it. LGD's on a tear, but I don't think that we can argue yet that they're even top 5 in the world. After this event, maybe they have an argument, but
sure.
We have to see how it plays out. And OG, like, they still see themselves as major champions, and they are not a team that wants to share a spotlight with Pain, Effect, and Keen Gaming.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely, that's a very good point. They're both 11th and 12th right now, Winter, in the DPC, which says an awful lot about their form over the whole season, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Like, OG has been struggling. I mean, they won MDL,
yeah.
But after that, it was mediocre results. After mediocre results, they have a roster swap, and like what Carl mentioned, they are not really even improving. They have problems within the team, and every 2 weeks there's a patch. When you already have a problem with the team, and then the patch kicks in, it makes it even more difficult for you to deal with. Yeah,
and that's a good point, Jack, isn't it? Because this was a team that thrived on brand new patches in the past. We will often remember back to, I think Frankfurt was the first one, obviously, as part of the major season, where there was a patch just before. They were brilliant at it right out of the gate. And again, the next major, we had a patch just before. Again, they learned how to deal with it quick. This doesn't suit them at all, does it?
Yeah, I think also around that time, there's a large period of tend to play a little bit slow.
10 seconds remaining.
The game itself at the time was much more allowing for that. Talk about, remember, the shrines being available. Jungle wasn't kind of messed up. Now there are ways you could recover, and that really suits playstyle. These slower teams kind of punished by this. Can't just deficit and expect to recover with more fights. That's been punitive. Now they have to change the person who they play around. Because Ana and Resolution, similarity there was that guy was kind of it's like a 4 protect 1. Now Mad, you want plays different heroes from these guys. So
it seems like they're going more into like the protect 2, and they're activating S4 mostly as the change, and then
more like EG, do you think, where they're quite happy to sack Mad and just let him do whatever he needs to do?
Yeah, but as Jack just said, like, it's just so counter to the philosophy that literally like that won them majors, and so far they really haven't had that much success, even with some unconventional picks. Like, they saw them play mid Magnus a couple games. They're like one of the only teams still picking Dazzle, and none of these seem to be really like
secret pick Dazzle, but a mid Dazzle.
Yeah,
the 4 Pango,
Yeah, it's just like, it feels like it almost feels like they have too many ideas, right? And I don't know.
I actually don't. I don't think having too many ideas is the biggest problem. I think having a 5-man lineup that doesn't work together is the bigger problem. The composition, like No-Tail and Sebastian, personally, I feel their playstyles don't mesh well together at all. That's why they're having a lot of problems, and you see the supports of their team, Jerax and Flight, they're often doing weird stuff around the map because they're unsure about where to go, what to do.
Right.
A lot of this kind of things happens because when the composition of the team doesn't mix up.
Yeah, when they had Miracle, there was a very defined difference, wasn't there?
It was
between the style of No-Tail and how he played.
Very clear what they need to do.
Beastmaster. I'm not sure how I like the Beastmaster versus Willow matchup. Theoretically,
you can cancel her TP in Shadow Realms on the creep, roll on the creep. Oh, that was one game,
Yeah, well, we were watching it together. We were like, cancel, and he didn't roll the creeps. And I was thinking to myself, man, if this was VGJ Storm I was watching, MSS would have canceled that TP, because I've seen him do it many times, but of course he's not an offlaner anymore.
So we see the Dark Willow Puck, the combo opening here from LGD. I was actually quite surprised that a lot of teams are not opting to go for this opening, and I had a little thought about it. Why
the coil into fear?
No, I mean, I was thinking about why they don't pick the combo up faster, because I've seen teams like they pick the Dark Willow and Puck, then they pick, they don't pick the Dark Willow and Puck in the first 2, but they pick it like one in the first phase, the Puck later on. I was trying to figure out why, because I felt like it was a pretty solid opening. Do you feel like this opening limits you? Like, you want to have these 2 heroes together, but does it limit you in the draft?
I don't think so. I think Puck is perfect because, EG and Complexity in the past played that as 4. I think someone in China did it as well once or twice. Willow is probably one of the best, if not the best 5 in the game right now. And Puck can still be a core in every lane. So gives away nothing. It's just more about whether you think these two heroes are countered by any specific heroes or concepts that render them ineffective or limit your draft. And
you're gonna say Pit Lord, right?
I mean, there is Pit Lord, of course. Like Dragon Knight. I think Earth Spirit's actually quite good against both. Kind of like a both-way relationship where if Earth Spirit can get on top of Puck or vice versa, they can just kill the other quickly. But it's all about who jumps who first. However, I do like Earth Spirit against Puck. I don't know what the word, I call them like frame cancelings or same frame stuns. Nyx has one as well, Lion and Earth Spirit, where you can Yule someone that has the ability to render themselves invulnerable through like phase shift or their own Yules, and you can stun them as they come down. And there's no way for a Puck to phase shift a perfectly timed boulder or silence as he comes out of the Yules.
I think there's only one way, right? BKB.
Yeah, exactly. BKB is like a different instance.
It's got the priority.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm trying to think of like an example. It's like a trump, right? It just sort of like a BKB just trumps the stun, whereas abilities do not because of how the game client registers the instance of disable.
10 seconds remaining.
That was complicated.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you were about to use the phrase frame cancelling, which I haven't heard since my Dead or Alive days, and it's a very common phrase that you'll hear in the FGC. But nice comparison, I like that.
Other examples.
LGD's
Kind of linger.
Yeah.
I'll play some of those. Or Ember Spirit, Phantom Lancer.
Yep.
Pretty good pick there to negate some of the magic damage, Rubik.
I like it. It's just issue with Rubik Earth Spirit is like
the support duo is like kind of weak early.
They don't do anything. They're roamers, right? If you have advantageous lanes, it's very good because you can find kills in them. But if you're in a position where, like, let's say LGD runs like 2 strong dual lanes, you're gonna have issues. And they go with the Tusk instead. I like Tusk a lot against Rubik and Earth Spirit because it's easy to. It's really just easy to kill them. Rubik specifically like has a very hard time dealing with Tusk. You want to play like in the back of the fight, and he just kind of finds you. You have multiple interrupts, and I think, ooh,
I'm sure you like that pick a lot.
I like it. I would have hoped they could save it for last pick. I think Lesh can be a little. It can just. There's a lot of stuff that's difficult for him to deal with. This became like a. You could see like a Drow from LGD, but nobody plays that hero anymore. I just believe in Puck Drow, but when you're playing against Lesh, you typically want like these BKB carries. Like Lifestealer, Jug. Nyx is still in the pool, but you really don't want a Nyx here. Your LGD's damage output would be too small. I could see like a Sniper, but he could have a hard time.
Like the Lesh could die a lot.
Yeah. I think a Lifestealer makes the most sense here. They already have delivery with Puck and Tusk. And if you look at OG's lineup, like sure they can roar him, but that's really all they have. And there it is.
Okay.
It's also just very LGD China Dota, you know?
Yeah.
It's like the Jug last game, exactly. It's a very clear and defined role within the game. It secures you the late game, easy to understand item timings.
They've got a little bit of flexibility, LGD, in terms of their last pick, though, because that Puck is played by both Chalice and Maybe as well, so...
I think they need like a more another strong
core.
Yeah, single core lifesteal in this might be all initial.
You think the Puck will go to Chalice?
Yeah,
I could see
lightly.
I could see like a Medusa coming out. Could also.
How about Shadowfiend?
Yeah,
I like SF. I think SF is probably better. I just think it's a solid hero, and I mean they do have Maybe or Somnus, whoever wants to call himself. No,
just Maybe.
Okay.
Fiend Lena.
Were you not on the panel yesterday when we were talking about that? The day before last it was, nobody calls him that anyway. Like, he keeps changing his name to this other name and nobody calls him it. Like, even in China, they're like, we're just ignoring that, he's just Maybe. Yeah.
No Shadowfiend.
Yeah, it's a good band. I like it. As you said, it fits the lineup the best.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. Because it's just, they need another BKB hero, right? That's really what you're looking for now if you're LGD. You want either a hero that's, like, tanky enough to live through the burst, because they don't have, like, real save outside of, like, Tusk and Will are okay, but they're going to get roared or silenced by Earth Spirit. Lesh is going to run at them. And you want something that can posture, because Puck and Lifestealer want to play around this last pick hero.
Viper is also...
Oh,
Viper's banned.
First banned by LGD, yeah. I always miss that one, too, especially if it's something unexpected.
But it is still out there as the OD.
It's just not a
not
good
as
OD.
good.
There's a lot of like, I think OD is, you don't want to like play against Spirit, Beastmaster. I don't feel good about.
Yeah. You need something naturally tanky or something that can just buy like drums and BKB. They have a lot of time to think about it. If I had a hero list, this would be a lot easier.
What if they put maybe on the puck and then bring something like the brew in for the Chalice?
I like that. I don't know if you want to brew. You can't underlord because there's a Rubik in the game.
But you can Pango.
You could. You could. I mean, only Secret runs it, but you could Bristleback here. I love Bristleback.
Not bad. Yeah, it's actually quite not bad.
I think puck mid makes a lot of sense. Or all right, sniper it is. I'm okay with it, but
I feel like the sniper can die easily. Also,
that's why I don't like it. You know, if they get on top of him, he kind of just dies, and that hero like can't die in the team.
But he has Dark Willow and Toss.
That's true.
The other mid also can die. It's like how the dual role, how the supports move.
I also look at they had such a good anti-Rubik game. Like really, just the Willow has like a ton of good Rubik spells to steal. But if he ever gets Shrapnel, like it makes their team fight. Like look at their lineup with the Shrapnel on Rubik. Right? It's just they just crush through a fight. Is
he going to get close enough though for that?
It's going to be 5 Rubik, so it's going to be difficult for sure.
What is No Tier gonna play though?
Question.
Anti-sniper hero Spectre.
I was thinking that there's a lifesteal in the pool. I don't think it can work. Maybe you do you CK here? So really like you maybe
they have quite good AoE though. Like Park, I think Park, Dark Willow, Toss. The Sigil is really good against CK.
You want some of the synergies of the Beastmaster though, and I think you want more of a frontliner. Like make Lesh easier to just have a role in the game. I think it's gonna be like some Lycan type hero. Lycan, CK. I could maybe see. I don't like Lone Druid actually. Lone Druid just gets kited.
I don't like Lone Druid against.
Yeah, you can't pick that here. It's Sniper too. It's a real problem. PL. Wow, I didn't even think about PL. That's solid. It's rough against Puck. Not doesn't really deal with the Sniper.
You kind of just need Radiance on Lifestealer to deal with that. Both can work. Both the last picks are quite unsure, like for both teams here.
I think
throwing you off, is it?
Yeah. The first 4 for both teams were pretty balanced, though. It's hard to like exploit any weaknesses in the other draft, but I feel like LGD might have an easier time finding their win condition, and I just feel like they've been playing better.
Yeah, they showed better form. I realized that mistake, Paul.
You did. That was something you tried to correct yesterday when you were 1 and 4th, 4,363,423
thanks for reminding. But today, I'm on a good start, so that's going to change.
No, I like the fact that you recognise, ignore the draft, just pick the team that you think is better than the better team. Well. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, form. Jack, which way?
Yeah, I have. It's a relative toss-up. I have better throw.
Okay, Winter?
I'm going to go with LGD as well.
Okay.
Got a better team.
And you know what? I'm going to trust in the power of friendship with this new roster of OG.
Alright.
And think that, they have what it takes to almost win this game and then lose it to LGD.
I'm not sure if that was an OG prediction or an LGD prediction. The production have gone with LGD, so...
That's fine. Keep it like that. Keep it like that.
Alright. Okay.
That's what...
friendship indeed. Will friendship trump form? Let's find out as we head back to our commentary team for a very big game between LGD and OG.
Thank you very much, Reg. Yes, we're getting ready for this one, and it should be a bit of fun. We're getting the old Dark Willow again, that hero that's very comfortably sort of sat in first phase picks and bans nowadays.
Not just a Willow, the Willow Puck. So we've got the Terrorized Dream Coil. There's always going to be that aspect in the game, which I'm really looking forward to.
I don't know the win rate of that, but I would not be surprised if it was pretty high, those two heroes together, because that, as we've seen, has destroyed many a team fight. And LGD as well, I thought it was very interesting to hear Carl pick up the fact that he liked the Lesh, but the way that it was picked up, there were still 2 picks left to go, and they get that Lifestealer against this. I mean, this can ruin the game of it.
S4?
Uh-oh.
He is dead.
He is certainly. And who will take it? Somnus will. Gets him that bit of a bonus to the mid lane as LGD find first blood. Yeah, there's definitely potential for this to be a rough game for the Lesh.
I also was looking at the draft of OG, and I was curious who's mid. And I think it's a Beastmaster mid.
Look at this as well. Can they get more out of this? They've got the sharp block.
JerAx does not have the role available.
It's still unavailable for a fair bit of time. He's dead it now, no tail.
He actually has a skilled doppel. They get 2 kills right off the bat. And the runes bottom are uncontested. So 2 bounty runes available bottom.
Oh, Fly's running.
And it is a Beastmaster mid versus a sniper.
Some would call him mad, and he is. Yeah, that's the name. Top lane.
They have 4 heroes up here right now, and Chalice Sports bottom.
Beastmaster mid. So how does this go against the sniper, do you think?
You have high base damage.
Yeah.
Just as long as you don't get harassed down, you can secure some last hits, but I still think it's going to be pretty tough with the headshots starting to favor, and I think they're going to make rotations too. But I think Beastmaster can actually get some farm. Like 66 damage compared to 49.
Yeah.
And we'll see. Mad
heavy right.
Mad likes to play these melee heroes mid, right? Like we've seen him play Magnus a bunch of times too.
Oh, don't mention the Magnus.
Okay.
There's OG fans watching. Yeah. Been rough. We'll see how, as you say, he does on this melee hero instead, as the Magnus games haven't been too great for OG.
No one grabbed one of the bounty runes, dude. Look at this 1 minute bounty rune at the bottom. It's just sitting there.
Oh no.
That's
wasted.
That's a lot of gold.
Someone's got to find that.
That's a lot of gold.
4 lone bounty rune. And we see one of the original ones get left behind.
No, I mean it is really a good chunk of gold. So I mean that one's gonna fade away, and everyone will be sad. So Chalice in a 1v1 versus S4. Puck should win that one. The high base damage, being able to dodge a lot with phase shift, and they're running in full aggro tri-lane to try to shut down OG.
Yeah, do you like this? Do you like this decision from OG?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bottom. Chalice actually gets caught by lightning as well as the stun.
Oh, S4.
He committed in, but he will be okay. S4 does have a level advantage now at the moment.
Mid lane. Mad. He's getting run down it. The shrapnel. The chase down. Mad. Oh!
He lives.
It will save him.
And this is what we were saying. Like he can get the last hits, but he's a melee versus sniper. So you can get peeped down pretty heavily in the chase with shrapnel, but that was all 3 shrapnels.
Mad does have the bottle out to him. Just got delivered. So sure the nav was taken off, but did save his life there.
Yeah, at least gets the arcane rune. He can regen back up a bit.
TP from Tusk.
This could be the rotation. They've got the shrapnel as well.
They have just the one. Is it going to be enough? The shards. It will sort of push him to the side. There you go. He's going in. He wants this one, FY. He says, I'm doing it for the team, and he's found it.
And JerAx off the mark with the roll, the kick. FY will juke it.
He gets out. Almost certainly look like FY going for the suicidal play, but he survives. Walks it off. They found Mad, top lane.
The stun actually connects onto both of them there. He won't be able to make an aggressive move, though.
It's mid lane, as you say, yeah. Definitely vulnerabilities here for the Beastmaster, even though the Mad is left alone in the 1v1. He can still CS absolutely fine, as we see. He is pretty much on par with the Farmer Somnus. 14 for 4, 14 for 2. Very close between the 2 mids, but just that death. Mad a bit back in that.
Yeah, he just has to really watch out whenever there's shrapnel charges for the rotations. He can easily die. JerAx. For rolling on top, they actually catch it on the lifesteal here, but he's got rage available, but he gets lifted first.
Yeah, they've got good control. Not quite enough, as he will be able to get himself to the side. In fact, Fly's just getting beat down by X-Nova. He'll pop a salve. Shadow Realm hit. Is it enough? Yes, it is. And X-Nova tried for the TP out, won't make it. They will be able to find the return kill. Just the 1v1.
Fairly even top lane.
Yeah, in terms of the farm on these 2 cores, again, pretty much even.
And it's also because like FY is moving around a lot to try to help the mid lane, and he is under a ward, so Mad will be okay. And you see Fly now TPing mid to refill the bottle, that this Beastmaster can keep the sustain versus the sniper.
Why?
Was doing pretty damn well bottom too. Bunch more denies than the puck. Does have a little bit of level advantage for the time being.
Think Chalice back a little bit, S4. With a bit of the chase down to go for the stun, but a little too speedy. Able to step out of the range of it. Mid lane, FY setting up again for Somnus. They take Mad out of the lane. Once again, LGD making these players onto the Beastmaster, and Fly was close by that time, but the telekinesis not enough to hold back LGD.
And they're going to get the instant D ward too. And FY, he's been doing this on his Tusk actually. I think all the games that I've seen, he buys the bottle and he TPs mid, just constantly just help out his mid laner.
It's paying off now for LGD as we see Somnus starting to get that CS advantage with the time that has been knocked back out of the lane. Only slightly though. Very close, but...
Yeah, close in last hits, but the net worth is very much there for Somnus, or maybe. I'm going to call him maybe. Oh, and Fly actually puts down a sentry and eats their sentry. So that ward will survive for the time being. Try to at least give Mad a little bit of vision of the rotations of the Tusk.
S4 playing very aggressively here.
Yeah.
Constantly trying to push Chalice away from the creep wave.
Yeah, it's 12 denies on the Lash. He does have to be a bit careful when the puck hits 6, but OG's making the first move down here. Chalice
has actually come down to join in a bit of the party, but the quick silence and jump up to the high ground, he's going to get himself away. So it looks like they want to shift the lanes around and move No-Tail down to the bottom. Was falling a little bit behind in farm up top. I mean, I wouldn't say it was necessarily suffering massively, but I guess they just want him to have an even better time down on the bottom lane. But a bit of an interesting lane switch up. As it wasn't going too terrible for them.
It's a long rotation that he had to do, though. He actually misses the catapult last hit, 2 bottom, but we'll be laning versus a puck.
Maybe they can catch LGD off guard with his S4 movement mid. There's going to be the snowball. Buying them some time, but there's 4 heroes of OG here. They get the 2-man boulder smash and the follow stun from S4 OG. Catching LGD off guard there with S4's movement towards the mid with that wraparound. It looks like they weren't quite prepared for it, LGD. Get those crucial kills to sort of rectify the situation of Mad's lane.
They are really moving around a lot. Now they're going to use the shrine on 3 heroes.
But now Mad is on his own.
And you see LGD was pinging mid lane a lot, pinging that ward in particular too. Really wanting that one to get taken out so they can at least see. They also don't have their own defensive ward, so they don't see that wraparound, as you mentioned, from S4 to move mid. I think that actually might have been the reason why the Last Shark moving around. It was because, like, if puck hits 6, right, you can get killed easily from any hero rotating down. So I think like this, they're just like switching around because PL is going to be a lot harder to bring down. So that could be just a matchup change that they wanted to have. Or still continue to farm very well. But Ame and maybe at the time being still at the top of that net worth. Why? Trying to get a ward down here. He gets kicked, silenced into a roar.
They've got them. A kill.
These the priority wards from OG, just putting both of their first obs in the mid lane to try to protect Mad. Getting themselves big kills.
Dream Car's going to be dropped there. I mean, looks like Chalice had no interest following it up. Just trying to play around with Jarex.
For the bounty room.
Why not? No. He matched once again in lane by Ame.
And it will be, of course, Radiance build versus beyond S4 top.
He's going to turn around with the stun. In fact,
does he get FY?
Oh, he can't quite. Chalice and FY able to find S4 before he brings one of the 2 of them down with him.
Maybe we see him rotate again.
There's Mad's come up as well. Was looking for the little axe play, but keeps the distance. Bottom lane to go in. Dark Willow, but X-Nova shadow roams himself to safety. Enough control here from those 2 heroes on OG to hold down the Willow.
OG being a lot more, just making a lot more moves around the map with their heroes. They just don't want to have those like bad matchups in particular. But they're falling behind a little bit on the net worth because of it, and LGD, they're reacting accordingly. Just keep putting Ame versus that PL. Jarex on a bit of a warding expedition. He gets that 1 high ground ward. And he gets 1 behind the tower. So it looks like they're going to keep that emphasis on the mid lane, as they were doing in the first 5 minutes anyway. Nova. Fun.
Yeah, with this movement with the Beastmaster, as they take map around the map, he has got Roar available. If they can catch out Chalice from the smoke, they step forward instantly with the telekinesis into Primal Roar. They'll hold him down for more than long enough. Out the puck and can now try and push in. TP in from FY, but S4. They're pretty aggressively here. He's looking for a stun opportunity, but a TP, in fact a couple of them coming through, will send OG moving backwards, heading away from this. Back themselves out of there. Garak's still sitting down bottom.
LGD's gonna smoke themselves. They're trying to get something back since they're hemorrhaging some kills. They want to get back on the board.
Popping the rage here. Chalice is going to TP forward. Boulder Smash comes through. They'll drop the Dream Core down as they're looking for the kill onto Notel, but Notel immediately goes for the TP out with nothing to cancel it. Get himself back to safety. Did TP back to base though. A little bit of extra time that he's away from the creeps. Mid lane, Mad trying to come through. He is down and he does not have Roar available.
And the deny on the catapult right in front of his face. They do have these wards though in the jungle, so they are going to watch Somnus at the time being farming jungle. But you see the cores from LGD still farming very well, even from all the rotations that OG's been doing. Mad though, with this invis, Roar is available in 2 seconds. But the invis is going to wear out any second now.
He's not going to be able to get a catch from it. It's gone.
Derek's is committing in though.
So they've actually TP'd out.
Why? He gets out as well.
They can't lock down either of them. In fact, up top,
mid lane, S4 gets the kill on maybe by himself, just diving into the tower.
Cost him his life, but
well worth it.
Knocking this sniper off his farm, definitely, as you say, is the top net worth. The same to be said with that killer from S4. He's very close behind.
Yeah, he got 607 gold for the kill.
A lot of money. S4. Bank. Time and space here for Arme to pressure onto the tier 1 tower top. Chalice. Eyed up a little bit by Jerax. A very close game so far. 12 minutes in, 7 for 6.
X-Nova not quite level 6 just yet. Once they have that one, LGD can be more active with that, puck as well as the Dark Willow combo as we mentioned. Beginning. OG though, constantly making these moves. They've got Roar available again, and they've got the Magnetize too. With all these deep wards. And Notel getting all the space in the world to push down this bottom tower. He's getting damage on this tier 2 already.
Very ready to find a catch with Mad's Roar.
This ward behind the mid tower could actually net them a kill.
You can get Chalice. A little too far away for Mad to open into.
Bringing in more. Dropping to Edict.
Why? Stepping forward, not really the target they want to go for.
Look at this. The standoff.
Hey, he's clearing it out. They know exactly what's up, LGD. In fact, they'll roll forward straight away. Fly gets caught on the front lines. That's Rubik down, and now they're looking for more LGD. Open moves onto Notel. Which target are they going to try for? Chalice, he's got the Dream Coil. Notel tries to go for the TP. They got any way to cancel it? Yes, they have. It's in there in time. Keeps Notel held back as LGD get a double kill for Somnus. Now they themselves can look to try and take the tier 1 in return for losing their own.
They read that map movement so well.
Actually not losing though, so they kept their towers alive.
Yeah, they kept their tower alive. They read the map movement so well though, because the Lifesteal is just pushing top and no one's contesting them, and they have that ward in the jungle too, so they're just like, okay, no one of OG showing on the map. Notel even rotated to the mid lane, so they were very well aware that OG's position there. Nova.
To play around a little bit here with Jerax. Tries
looking pretty dead though.
Yeah, tries to go with the Bedlam, but indeed Mad's there to shut him down.
Now OG can look for that tier 1 tower and finish it off. LGD just trying to take these fights until that Lifestealer has Radiance. Once they have that, they're going to be in a very comfortable spot as long as they're not too far behind. But S4 still kind of keeping up there. And with these rotations too, these kills that they get, small ones with the Beastmaster, bad as well. Already having pretty much solo crest on Beastmaster. But he is a bit, he's level 9, and I think Sniper is about to hit 11. A little bit on the, because they've been running around a lot, so he's a little limited on that experience, while you see LGD a little more split up.
They are eyeing up.
Enough here. Roar is up in 10 seconds. They ideally want to wait for that.
4 heroes coming down here, OG, so a lot of numbers to have a look at, mate.
Silent stop, the stun follow-up.
Buying time.
They got the Roar too.
Got the rage off though, so some of the follow-up damage is going to be limited. Goes for the TP after Roar, and he's going to make it out. Getting that rage off in time, just giving them that extra bit of protection.
They can look for a fight now too, because Magnetize was used as well as the Roar.
They do lose Nova. OG able to sweep across, catch out Dark Willow. Still, Arme keeping himself safe and alive despite that heavy focus from OG looking for him there. 700 gold coming up towards the Relic. Still on track to make a very good timing on this Radiance.
Yeah, it's not really the greatest kill for OG there. Like, they claim themselves a net worth advantage now in the game, but they want to traditionally get either a core or they want to get a support into a tower. Yeah. Getting an objective out of those is the most ideal.
FY.
Bottom, FY. He could actually get brought down here. S4 is in the area.
He's totally on his own, FY. He's got to keep his distance. And we'll see if he gets a chance to at the same time. Somnus was able to pick off the Earth Spirit. They're chasing FY. Coil. They're going in underneath the tower and they will find him. So FY will pay for that. Where mid lane, fly. Oh, Nova gets the Shadow Realm hit. Cost him his life. Jump forward from PL to find the Dark Willow. Hotel. Actually, see if we can find more.
Jumping in.
Somnus is low, but Somnus and Chalice, they'll just turn. They'll look to right click him, and Hotel can't kill Somnus in time. Jumps in to his own death.
That was, I mean, that was very overzealous there. S4 claims the bottom tower during it, but giving up a kill like that as a core versus a sniper. Back. Looming Radiance on the Lifestealer.
Pretty much got that Relic armor. And should just about do it. Timings are there. Lifestealer, same to be said for S4. S4 has got the Bloodstone.
Yeah, the thing is that OG, they've gotten a lot of the towers at least. They've got the tier 2 and the tier 1 bottom, tier 1 mid. They've got a little bit more map control, but you see LGD, they do have deep wards at the moment to be able to watch the moves from OG in their jungle. Jarek's trying to get this Blink Dagger so they have a easier way of actually starting the fights, because right now they have to just like walk in and get a Roar and these other abilities off. They don't have just like a Blink initiation, so when he's got that one, it will make it easier for them to close the gap on the sniper.
Gonna try for Roche. They do have that TD on No-Tail.
The scan catches on them though, and LGD is making their way over. They've got Blink on Puck, they've got the Terrorize, they've got the combo.
Dream Core combo.
This could be
they can get it in time, it's getting pretty low. Can OG finish it up? No, there we go, straight away with the Terrorize. The Silence looking to jump in, Roshan's down, and they've managed to find both of them. LGD take the Roche kill, grab the Aegis onto Chalice. They've taken down 2 of OG. FY, he's actually going to be able to survive as well, as OG can't get anything in return. No-Tail's getting focused, the stun kicks in. They've lost 4 on OG as LGD turn up to the pit just in time. The Terrorize stopping OG from being able to either get the kill or take the Aegis, as LGD just take it all.
They didn't snap the coil, but it was just the Terrorize. I mean, it's perfect because they have the Shrapnel on top. They get all the Puck spells too. And OG fully committing for it.
From LGD, yeah. They and just in time as well. Roshan was so low.
Yeah. And now that's pretty much Radiance done now for Ame, and that was the Bloodstone that S4 had, and down now to 10 charges.
Very painful fight for OG to find themselves in there. LGD.
God, Terrorize is just such a damn good spell. Look
at the Roche. Get out of the Roche, I mean, boys, you're off.
I mentioned this a little bit yesterday too. It's like the fear duration of 4 seconds at all levels, and look at the cast range too. That's the biggest thing for me on it. Like, look how far away you can be to cast that spell.
Goodness.
You actually don't even have to be pretty much in the fight at all to get the spell off.
That great. That's, yeah, all right. That's quite some cast range.
Yeah. Good hero.
Reason why we're seeing the teams go for it very early on in the drafts now. Definitely getting into that point where it's full recognition of the majority of the teams that this hero, you want to be picking or banning it. It's got its uses, to say the least.
OG need more time now for No-Tail to actually be more significant in the fights, as we're seeing he's He's pretty squishy, and he doesn't really do much damage without this defusal just yet, because he's gone for the Yasha build first. They pretty much have to solely rely on S4 for that deeps.
Chalice, I wonder if... do you think he will buy the Veil? Could he be thinking of anything else? He's got 2.2k gold, and he's yet to invest it. He may just die on the straight, but is there anything else he could opt towards because he has got a large influx of money?
It's not really like the greatest Veil game, right? Like you look at his team, they don't really have like crazy magic damage. I guess the Willow benefits from it a lot, but I mean, he might go for that. He might still just go for Yules. I think either one is just fine. Just priorities.
Let's see what they find out here as they come through with the smoke. Chalice with Arme held inside him. They know that there's the illusions here. They're going to spot the real No-Tail, but No-Tail able to jump to the side, but still, it doesn't matter that he dodged the Dream Coil because everything else is going to get thrown his way.
So hard to play PL now, too, versus this Radiance that's been finished up. I mean, Chalice, too, like you mentioned, they get the Roche kill and they have Aegis, too, so now OG's just totally on the back foot.
This is getting shaken up. Jump forward.
Chalice gets forward instantly, but he's got
the Aegis. He's ready for round 2. Can OG find anything more out of this? They're going to leave forward straight away in onto FY. They'll find the Tusk and the Dark Willow. They do get 2. It does cost them Jax. Find anything more here, OG? Definitely not the worst of situations for OG there, getting the 2 kills and taking that Aegis out of Chalice's hands.
He had the roar pre-clicked as soon as the puck jaunted in, got insta-roared in. It didn't look like LGD really wanted to pick a fight there, because you saw Ame, he was just farming down bottom as a lifestealer.
Getting a bit ahead of themselves there, Chalice.
Yeah.
I guess
I think he was just trying to
jump out.
I think he was just trying to jump away. Yeah, wouldn't seem mad. I think he got, he had vision, so yeah, just a quick turn, roar. You don't get brought down. You see Jerax instantly commits into the backline with S4-2. The snowball protected Somnus for a second for him to get the positioning to back away and get that kill onto Jerax. And now I like how maybe his itemization too. It's gone for the BKB. Mask of Madness, Dragonlance straight into BKB versus this gap closing lineup that OG can have.
Looking towards S4. S4 and his Bloodstone, he wants to keep it safe. He turns towards Xnova. Snowball comes in.
They're on the high
ground. In fact, S4, they're going to be able to kill one. They're going to be able to kill 2.
But now Ame.
They're going to find the turnaround here, LGD. They turn towards No-Tail. They'll take down the PLS4, still in trouble and will fall. So despite building up a couple of Bloodstone charges, LGD, they'll be quick to make sure that they knock them straight back out of the hands of the Leshrac. They clean up. Again.
And we do see Puck has switched the item build. Going to be so for Lincolns to be able to block that roar. Yeah, I was like, the Veil didn't look like, sometimes you see like the Veil build when you have like Sand King and like all these other follow-ups, but Ame now walks into S4.
Oh, S4.
There's a roar.
He does have backup. Chalice comes in with the silence. Is there time for him to get a range up? It's not. They've found one. Can they get a second? Silence, the slow. They've got the stun. S4 has that follow-up.
Oh, gee.
It's quite a back and forth game because even though LGD did get the good play around the pit search, you see the net worth difference is minimal.
I mean, it's up and down. It's literally just between, between like 1k and 1.5k for both teams. It's a very, very close game still. But the big problem is that look at this. A Beastmaster is their highest net worth, then the Lesh, and then Phantom Lancer is way down.
Yeah,
and
they
need No-Tail to be a significant carry in this game.
He's got the Diffusal Blade now. Done. He has the gold for it.
Okay.
Now has a bit of a better chance of just getting those kills on those heroes before they have the chance to turn around and take him with them. Definitely. Game still to find that space for the PL. So there for a stage where he can stand. Yeah, there's a Lifestealer and Sniper. Mad's nearly having the Maelstrom done on top of BKB.
Yeah, Mad's been having an excellent game though on this Beastmaster. He's been making all the rotations
he's
for
been
his
having
team.
A lot of impact.
And he now has a Shadow Blade too, so they can actually close the gap into the backlines onto that Sniper. LGD. Be aware to protect that. They've already, I believe they actually spotted the Shadow Blade on Mad. I think he showed himself for a second because I saw FY's carrying Dust and Sentries and all that, so.
Bad and LD. Something off down here. The entire team round on the bottom lane. Uchi are there by the tower without No-Tail at the moment. Just the 4 of them.
Yeah, they placed the preemptive sentry to try to scout the Master moving in. But OG, yeah, they know this whole position's coming out from LGD because they have that ward in the bottom lane that saw the rotation. And Notel has queued for a BKB, and they're delivering the Solar Crest as well now for Lifestealer. They're slowly whittling down this tower. Look at the wraparound from OG here.
In. They're not going to be tempted by the courier because they know they want bigger targets. They want bigger kills, bigger progress. They look towards Nova. They'll go for the Raw onto one straight away with the telekinesis. Jax on the backlines goes for the stun onto 2, but Somnus immediately pops the BKB. They have lost Nova, but they're looking to find kills in return. Can they get S4? They're focusing down the left track. They found one. Now with the Dream Coil onto 2. Mad and Notel held down, but it gets
3-man stun.
That was a 4-man one, in fact. He got to the ball. Jax with the control, and now the turnaround for OG. They'll make sure that they get a huge team fight win off the back of this as they take 4. And they get Chalice as well. They're trying to chase down the puck. Jarex has got his eyes on him. Kicks forward the illusion as they'll find themselves the full 5-man team wipe. OG with that
fight.
Smoke.
Yeah. Absolute perfect fight for them there.
And watch Jarex as well. The start looks a bit up because Somnus immediately reacts to the BKB as you see Jarex jumps in.
But they get X-Nova, so there's no spells coming out from that Dark Willow, and the puck also, the initiation comes in a bit late, so you see that the coil comes out decently,
Jarex
but
looking for the angle. And then bam, he gets, he gets Somnus, and then he gets the other 3.
Beautiful.
Incredible angle there for Jarex to find, and certainly sets that fight up for a full sweep in favor of OG as they now lead at a 4K net worth advantage.
And the experience too. That was swinging heavily.
I mean, because Jarek's one of those players we sort of talk about. He's had these games here where he just hasn't had, hasn't had the best of performances. But those sort of plays, that's the old Jarex we sort of know and love when he was back on his Earth Spirit. It still is there, and he can still bring it through. See if he can do it again here in this match. 1-21 stands on the kills, and still big old sniper Somnus is there at the top.
The roar attempted by Mad, but the sentry ward is down already.
And FY's here with a huge uppercut to the backside.
And now Fly as well will be brought down by that Infest Bomb.
As quickly as the great stuff comes through from OG, the small little mistakes as well, they will still be there. And LGD punishing them each and every time.
They're keeping the pace up though. OG's still they're trying to be active. That's why they got caught out there. Trying to make the space for Notel to farm up. They're actually making their way into the Roche pit. LGD with those kills. They've got the Solar Crest.
Let's see if they get away with this. I mean, OG, down 2 members at the moment. Will they head over here at all?
They don't have their sniper at the moment, though. So it's going a little bit slow.
What have we got on the sidelines? Jarex is pushing in bottom. S4 was focusing in on top. Notel farming the mid lane. They're not heading over here. And LGD in a very good place here to find Roshan and get the Aegis and Cheese.
When maybe he gets there, the Roche tries way faster.
We'll see how it goes. Cheese for the Lifestealer, Aegis for the Sniper perhaps? No, the other way around. Aegis for the Lifestealer, Cheese for Somnus.
I mean, he is getting controlled on the Lifestealer. We saw in that last one. Sure, he popped the Rage, he was fine, but then as soon as the Rage wears off, he gets turned on. And look at the item he's queued up to. The BKB. There's that intense amount of magic damage coming from the Leshrac. And all the control, too. They can roar him during the Rage, then they can continue that lockdown. And OG?
Careful coming out.
They're all moving down, though. It's going to be all 5 of OG soon.
It is into an Aegis and a Cheese. Let's see how they can do it. They'll certainly Terrorize. Be able to bring down one, so maybe not. Terrorize indeed is there, and Arme, he's not even going to lose the Aegis, as now he's ready to turn with the help of X-Nova. Jarex, used up for now. S4 actually just walks into the midst of it all. He wants to go, he wants to rumble. He looks towards F5, finds the stun. As he focuses down the Tusk, will get one of them, Arme, trying to turn, but they've lost both of their supports here, LGD. Arme trying to fight back with the range of the open woods, but they found him. They've taken down the Aegis. Somnus blocked the BKB, but he's surrounded. Too much physical hit from OG. They've lost the sniper. They're going to lose the Lifestealer for a second time. Triple kill, but none other than Mr. Big Daddy No-Tail. As OG once again taking a sizable team fight win, and that was into an Aegis and a Cheese. What's happening to LGD?
They caught them off guard. LGD were like, okay, we've got Aegis Cheese. They're not going to look to pick a fight. They kind of split themselves up. The sniper was going top. They just get completely caught off guard because of that from OG's quick movement, and now they're forced to bite back.
There's no buyback on sniper.
And they lost their gem during that as well.
Well, in onto Arme. force out the rage, keeping Chalice and Arme pushed back. OG.
They got this Rex.
They have indeed. Nowhere to hold it. No tail. Popping the BKB and TPing out. There's no way for LG to hold him down. As that was the back from Arme being committed for that. No avail, does not achieve anything for LGD. As OG are now standing with an 8k gold lead. Melee Rex as well.
And the gem.
Yeah, those last two team fights, I mean, as you said, what's this? LGD getting caught out? It seems pretty uncharacteristic, because as we've seen, LGD, they have been giving us some pretty solid showings here in the group stages, but this game, it's just slightly slipping up.
Yeah, it's a bit sloppy. They're getting caught off guard because OG is moving fast, but also LGD, like that bottom situation, they were kind of looking for the fight, and then it just gets turned on from that smoke, but then afterwards, after they get Aegis and Cheese, OG they're looking for the fight. They were on the prowl. You did not see LGD like infested with the puck, looking for something. They split up and all farmed and got punished for it.
Look at this now. We said they needed to get No-Tail back in the game. He's back in. Yep. He's second highest on the net worth. Him and S4, the way S4's been playing as well, he's feeling incredibly confident. He just runs into the center of the fight and instantly finds the slow and the stun onto one of the supports. He's done an excellent job of just getting in and just instantly taking a couple of heroes each time out of the fight.
And with, as our beautiful observers pointed out, with the itemization and with the now level 20 on Leshrac, a lot of damage coming in from that pulse.
Oh yeah.
His bottom shrine has fallen.
Something for LGD to have to fight into, and are on the search. They have FY carrying the hit of Arme as the Lifestealer Tusk combo looks for some sort of play. Entire team maybe catch something out, and OG, they want to keep the pace fast.
LGD, they do have the Infest prepared. This time they are in the position to respond.
It's on the front. Really get to him.
Look at this positioning. Look at where Xnova is. So Xnova is pretty much sitting in the base.
Ready with the
Chalice is sitting behind. Yeah, they're all just prepared to get the counter initiation.
Yeah.
Cool. Trying to get some information.
S4.
Then they see the sigil. We'll kill it, but LGD, yeah, they're playing this patient.
The last two fights have gone LGD. They don't let a rip happen. Do have very good ways to hold the base. They have got this sniper. As long as they're alive, it's hard for OG to take another set of racks. Just make sure that Somnus is always there to defend.
I think the LGD recognized like that they were just getting caught off guard, so they're trying to make the first move now. You see, they're still infested. They're really just trying to catch OG now.
Somnus revealing himself, trying to act as a bit of a bait. We'll see if OG bite.
He still has the cheese available, so he has BKB and Mjolnir too to deal with that Phantom Lancer. They're able to protect him. He can be that big damage dealing force. Top Shrine. Starting to get siege now.
OG, do you want to fight around this? They do still have some time left on the smoke. Coming up and over. Ready, OG have backed away. They are no interest in being caught out by these movements from LGD.
Losing that gem in the bottom fight has been pretty detrimental to LGD too, because they have like no vision on the map. They just have this one ward defensively placed near their Ancients, so they have no idea where OG is actually playing on the map. Now No-Tail has a DD, and Ame spent too much time because he needs to get some more farm since he's just sitting inside of that Tusk for quite a while. Starting to fall very far behind. 12,000 net worth comparison to the 16.4 of the Phantom Lancer. 10k for OG, as well as a 10k experience lead too.
Look at this smoke usage. Each and every time OG immediately go. Another smoke will be picked up by Xnova. LGD currently holding the high ground. G sort of way to... It's going to be hard. There's still the tier 2 standing mid.
They are aware of the smoke now. Jerax cleared the top wave with Boulder Smash and clear, so you see LGD now playing more defensively in their base. So they kill the one ward that LGD had on the map too, so the map is dark.
They'll find that tier 2. S4 cleans it out. It's
the shards?
Quite a bit of damage here. They've blocked him in. Jerax comes in and kicks him out.
That was scary for a second. He got perfectly trapped inside of those shards with the sniper beating on him, but Jerax
one of the times
saving grace.
A teammate kicks you and you're happy.
Jerax is going to be building toward a BKB now on the Earth Spirit too, just to be able to get into that front lines.
Tail. Closer and closer to the butterfly. Probably going to be a similar time as the MKB for Somnus if he wants to go full in on that purchase.
He's going to need it pretty soon. And we saw also Mad had picked up a book 3 during all this.
Travel.
If they get a successful fight on the side of OG, the buildings are going to melt. As usually does with Beastmasters, but the book and Leshrac makes it a lot faster. The level's doing. Level 22 PL, level 21 Sniper, 21 Lesh. Getting closer to those level 25s.
KB very close for Armate. He certainly does need fights.
Yeah, they still have a sniper and they're now just playing more of that high ground defense LGD is very known for. And now the full MKB is finished as well now.
Timing's around the pit. Roshan will be back in 2 minutes. Could be a case for OG waiting for that one to come through so they can get, especially like the refresher shard onto Mad. Trying to push it again. Butterfly for Notel is complete. Now safe OG.
GD still only has, now they have that another defensive ward placed down. And with the BKB finished, it looks like they do want to take a fight. The Infest is coming out.
They know that it's around this time where Roshan could be coming back up.
They're also they're getting out farmed, so they have to make some kind of move. Otherwise, it's just going to get worse and worse. And they get vision.
Found the initiator. If they can get upon this Beastmaster, it will be pretty big. He's actually going to survive for now. Snowball comes out. They're focusing the Beastmaster, but Matt gets the chance to turn and roar. They've taken down the turf. Somers puts the BKB button. Big Daddy Notel focuses him and takes out the sniper. Jump forward from Jerax. He's ready to try and clean up for more. S4 uses up X-Nova. He's got the stun to follow up. That's a third hero down on LGD. And now the buybacks are coming out from X-Nova. He wants to get back in on this, and so does FY. Chalice nearly bringing down Jerax. Jerax turns with the boulder smash, holding back the puck. Mad ready to come back in from the invis with a quick axe throw. Takes Chalice out. These two buybacks of LGD not looking to achieve anything at all for the side as OG once again get away with the team fight, even though they were the ones being jumped on.
And even though there's a cheese too on the sniper, he just gets brought down so fast from all that sheer physical damage. When he pops the Mask of Madness, losing that 8 armor, he becomes very squishy. And Ame, his damage is very underwhelming with all the items now that OG does have. You see he jumps in with the puck right away, but he can't actually target anybody because they've got all these ways to save. The Shadow Blade on Mad to run away, and just that amount of armor on S4.
I mean, they know that if they can get that Beastmaster, it's going to be pretty big. But instantly, Mad able to keep himself alive long enough to turn around and fight him. We'll actually have to go back to the live game as we're seeing already Nova just getting caught out outside. That's a dieback from the Dark Willow, down for 70 seconds. It just doesn't stop it from OG. They are on the up and up after a bit of a, pretty rough start. They have recovered perfectly, and now it seems almost impossible for LGD to try and get themselves back on top.
I mean, they really just lack the damage, and they can't protect their sniper. Like, Ame he tickles them at this point. And they're actually just looking for him right now. Do they have the follow-up? They do.
They've got the roar. It's going to be jumping. The Snowball's going to buy him some time. They're looking towards S4. Ame trying to get himself out of this chaos. Somers again. He just gets focused down each and every time by Notail, who jumps upon him. They'll turn towards FY. S4, Fly, and Jerax will get him. And Ame now surrounded. There's 3 dead on LGD. Ame's BKB is going to wear off shortly as they will bring down the Lifestealer yet again. 4 dead on LGD. 3 without buyback. Ame will buy back immediately, but this game is crumbling away for LGD. OG are turning up, and they needed to in this game. Everything on the line, and they are stepping it up to another level here, OG.
Yeah, and now Roche is up too. They'll be able to clean that one. I'm liking how they're taking the approach in the fights too. They have S4 as well as Mad just kind of like walking in to start the fight, and then as soon as they see Somnus, Jerax and Notel both instantly commit onto him. So he actually cannot protect himself by any means.
It just feels like we just haven't seen this sniper in the fights because he's just surrounded by the PL illusions every single time. They just can't create the space for Somnus to go to work.
I'm loving the chat wheel too, between OG. Sikkim, the Sikkim from the Beastmaster and the U-Rock from Earth Spirit. I like me some Dota Plus. And LGD. Trapped in their base again for a while, and OG with Aegis, with Cheese, with Refresher, Shard. Very comfortable spot, 23k gold lead, experience even more than that, and they are picking up their level 25s in a second now, so you see them kind of farming up for a moment until they have those before they really want to take the last big fight. So PL about to have that, as well as a Leshrac.
We've got to remember though, Kyle, the prof, he said this would happen. He said the power of friendship would get them very close to winning, and then LGD will win. There's still a chance that this narrative goes that way.
Just because of Kyle. Just because of Kyle.
There's a tiny chance, but there is that chance there that somehow, we don't know how,
I mean,
LGD could still win this game. It looks like
pretty damn hard, yeah. What's our win? Do we have a win percentage that we can see? Oh god.
Oh, I mean, it's actually turned towards LGD on that last 30 seconds.
I mean, it's looking extremely difficult for them though, especially with these level 25s that are going to come out too. I mean, it doesn't seem like they have the damage coming out from the life stealer, and they can't protect the sniper.
Yeah, I mean, obviously when it comes to the high ground offenses, it's different because every single fight we've seen, they've been able to get down on top of Somnus outside of the base.
Well, we'll just be able to roll away.
So if they keep the Somnus sniper up on the high ground, there is that chance. That is where the LGD winning comes from. If they can sit Somnus behind, right by the tier 4s, and he can chip away at OG overextending.
Look how fast this tower is going to die though. Level 25 on Lesh.
Look at S4. Look how fast he's losing health. He will be forced back. Will be fine. Quickly clear those illusions away from the sniper.
Got earn charges. They will heal S4 up, and the Edict's up again in 5 seconds. I don't really get to see too much level 25 Leshrac, so it is quite a treat seeing how fast those buildings die.
S4's having a lot of fun this game. Yeah. 11, 7, 20. He has had a huge impact in the way he's entered these fights. Sure, his Bloodstone count, it's been up and down a bit all around, but his play as a whole has looked very impressive on the Lesh.
Yeah, definitely. Mad. Shadow Bladed. They put down a Sentry Knobs, though, so they do see him. FY.
Forward, straight away, but immediate the silence hand. Follow smash comes out in return. FY is now sort of trapped outside the base. He's got the snowball towards Matt. Matt falling incredibly low army. Trying to step forward. They managed to find the Rubik. They're going to be able to take down his S4's Aegis as well as the Beastmaster. No-Tail pops the BKB. He's trying to get into it, but the Warrior punch goes through. He's trying to man up, but LGD, they're surrounding him. Can No-Tail get these kills? He'll take down the sniper. No sniper for 80 seconds now without buyback. Snowball forward onto No-Tail. Been the buyback here from Mad. He wants to rejoin this push, but he's having to walk towards it. No-Tail doppelganger. Incredibly low, but will keep himself at distance. Buyback now available for Somnus, and he'll use it straight away. S4 stunned up, assassinate. They've taken him down. S4's gone. Jerax rolling himself away. The snowball up to the high ground. FY can't quite close the gap. They keep their mid lane racks alive. Both mid and top will survive. They are holding back OG LGD.
Yeah, like you mentioned though, it is all about that like high ground defense when you have Sniper. It makes it a completely different element because he can keep that distance, but he does have to buy back. So it's economical warfare. And they didn't actually get to use the Refresher Shard on Mad, but they were able to pick out the Aegis, take out the Cheese, but No-Tail does survive and now has a full satanic. Full HP because of that DD and that critical strike. They have to have maybe fully in the back lines, though, to protect him. Now they have an Aghanims.
They do have the Aghanims.
On the puck, too.
Aghanims, puck, Dreamcall, and Terrorize. They hit that combo. Very hard to recover from. These team fights. They really swing things around, LGD.
Mad's opted for a Blink Dagger. Because, you know, he keeps noticing like there's always going to be Sentry Wards now at this point in the game. So he wants to have that just instant Blink Roar to get the initiation to find that Sniper. Or the Lifestealer, depending on which one. Ame is going to be going for AC. Has the Hyperstone as well as the Plate Mail, so a little bit tankier. Full Nullifier, though. RX, too.
I know. That Somnus without buyback. If he can just get on top of him with the nullifier, the sniper should pretty much be dead unless we see FY come in with some sort of godly save with the snowball. Sort of the team play around it with terror. There are still ways to peel heroes away from Somnus, but with that nullifier, if they do get on top of him, that sniper is just dead.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't actually build a Hurricane Pike this game either. He wanted to have those bigger items, but I mean, he's now queued it up. He'll just distance himself. He has to just be all the way in the back lines, and siege begins.
G keeping waves right up to the base. Just going in, they do smoke up LGD. But good angle to get potential jumps on any members of OG if they do come too far forward. And then Notel heading in.
Terrorize doesn't connect.
Try with the combo with the Dream Cop, but it's off the mark. That won't get them, and now
Jerax is in.
Oh, he's got the nullifier straight away. There's the snowball save. Buys time here for Arme. The Raw coming out on the side, though. They managed to catch out X-Nova, who buys back immediately on the Dark Willow. Arme gets the chance to put the rage, but he's being focused down by Notel. Notel looking to chase down the Lifestealer, but the Glimmer Cape play will keep Arme safe and back. X-Nova, the second Raw. It will come in and take him down. There's a dieback from the Dark Willow. Now this caught out by the stuns. S4 comes forward, assassinate onto him, but he pops the BKB. They've got all of the racks. They got what they came for, OG. And now they may even get more. Snowball comes through from FY, keeps him alive. Arme trying to look towards Fly, but the 4-star play will tear Fly to the side and keep him safe. Jerax rolls away, and LGD just can't quite catch any heroes of OG off the back of that. As OG, as you say, they are very, very happy with this position, as they have cleaned up all of the racks. LGD can't kill a single one of them. The game difficulty increases tenfold for LGD now. Yeah.
I mean, they missed the big initiation, right? They didn't get the Terrorite, they didn't get the Dream Call, and from there, OG just kind of walked in on them with that level 25 and the Lesh too. He just kind of goes near the racks, and it implodes. Explodes.
S4's nearly got the Octary. All the gold that's flying in. We've seen from Notel after the Satanic. Nothing at the moment. Saving up the gold. A point where, even though they are sets of racks up, the buybacks are going to still be very much important for OG.
Looking pretty damn hard though for LGD. Almost impossible now. What's our win percentage? Take a look.
Ooh, great. It's pretty much down there.
That looks like 100, right?
It says at the bottom left, but we can't see.
I can't see it.
Oh no, it is 100. Yeah,
it is 100.
Okay. It is 100%. So at the moment, 0% for LGD.
At the moment.
According to Gaben, there is no way back in for LGD.
I think this is where you queue up a Divine Rapier on Sniper. Oh, he did. Okay. I just clicked on it. Yeah, he did.
We've got some fun, because we've got the Rapier for Sniper, and also the fun one, FY. It's very close to having the Agonists.
Oh, okay.
So
I love that. I love that Walrus
kick him into base. Kick him into the fountain.
Kick him away from the Sniper, too.
Yeah. Okay.
They can hold OG.
Can OG really throw away a 30k advantage? I mean, we've seen OG have some rough times, but I don't know. I don't think they can. Surely this game.
They've got a smoke available now, too, so they can actually just walk up into that high ground, maybe get a catch.
Yeah, it should be one catch away from being over in favor of OG. Let's see what they can find here. They've found the opening straight away in. They're looking for the Lifestealer. They've got the Nullifier down him.
And they
found him.
No
Arme gone for 2 minutes. That should be the kill that needs to close things up. Notel does get stunned up.
Kicked away. And the base, the throne is dying.
The throne is dying. This should be OG closing things up. LGD forced back to base. Jerax will fall, but GG is called as OG will take the game against LGD. And as it turns out, Kyle just didn't believe in the power of friendship hard enough.
No, he did not.
Not quite hard enough, Kyle.
There was a moment there for OG where it was a bit concerning, right? When that Roche happened, when they were able to steal it from everything from LGD, but then OG, they were just really quick with their movements. Yeah. Even though LGD afterwards, they get the Aegis and Cheese too, they all split up. They went to farm. That was the crucial moment where OG, they smoke, they get those big kills, and from there, it was kind of just the OG show.
It really was, yeah. LGD sort of lost it, and OG did everything with that opportunity. It was just top-tier play, and the S4 left